things are starting to calm down a little bit, but I got news for you. Things are going to change back to kind of what we saw on Friday morning. 58 right now in Medford, 57 for Ashland. East of the Cascades, about 44 for Clam Falls, 41 for Chemult. Out on the coast, about the mid-50s, 57 for Crescent City and 45 degrees for Mount Shasta. High temperatures right around the 60-degree mark to above it in the West Valleys. 63 for Medford, 59 for Grants Pass, and just under 60 degrees out on the coast. 61 for Crescent City, 51 for Clam Falls and Mount Shasta City. Low temperatures didn't get too cool, more mild temperatures throughout. 42 for Clam Falls, 49 for Medford. Got down to around 54 out on the coast in Brookings and North Bend. Wind speed and direction, though, we're going to be talking about this over the next 24 hours or so. 10 mile per hour southwest winds for Medford. Could see some very gusty conditions, already seeing some of them. You can see out on the coast. We have a system rolling through right now, about 30 mile per hour southwest winds for Crescent City. However, over the next 24 hours, especially tomorrow around noon, could see some conditions around 60 mile per hour gusts. Right now, like I said, things are rather calm, so we do have some chances for showers. We're going to have chances overnight into tomorrow, but we're going to see some chances for some storms and stormy conditions, especially in the morning tomorrow. And then as we get closer to noon, that's when the next big system starts to roll through. I want to talk about that in a second, but over the last 24 hours, saw plenty of rainfall out there. Not quite what we saw Friday morning, but about a half an inch for Medford, Montague, Wairika. Mount Shasta City actually saw a ton of rain. We can check that out. About 5 inches over the last 48 hours. So very significant rainfall out there. About a half inch for Clam Falls, inch just over it for Medford. 3 1/4 out near Crescent City. 3 1/2 for Brookings. 3 2/3 for North Bend. Roseburg saw about 2 1/2 inches over the last 48 hours. So we're seeing some watches and warnings over the next 24 hours into Monday, really. Flood warning right now for Coos, Siskiyou, Curry, and Josephine counties, especially Coquille River, near Coquille, and parts of the Rogue River, especially in the Illinois Valley. So definitely keep an eye on that. High wind watch as well as that system starts to roll in. The next one around noon tomorrow, we're going to have high wind watch until about 11:45 Monday night. Klamath Falls, Klamath County, Lake County, Curry County, and Siskiyou counties could see gusting conditions up to 60 miles per hour, and a storm warning off the coast for Cape Blanco all the way down to Point St. George in California. So very stormy conditions out there overnight into tomorrow, into Monday. Satellite loops showing us why. Down in the bottom left corner of your screen, that's the system we're keeping an eye on. We're under this right now. This is influencing our weather, so we do have some chances for some showers, some chances for some storms, but this guy's going to roll in around noon tomorrow. And when that does, that's when we're really going to see those watches and warnings, and we're really going to want to be careful out there. Probably not quite what we saw Friday morning, but we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Slight chance for storms overnight, around 50 degrees for your high or lows. Flood warning for Curry and Coos County. Talked about that a little earlier. Storm warning out off of the coast with wind and rain tomorrow, and a chance for some afternoon thunderstorms starting around 10 a.m. Best chance around noon to 3 o'clock. Rain likely overnight with some slight chances of some thunderstorms in the West Valleys. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, but could see some gusty conditions tomorrow with some thunderstorms possible around noon or so, with a flood warning as well for Josephine and Siskiyou County. Snow levels dropping to around 5,500 feet, so could see a bit of a mix near Crater Lake and Chemult. Klamath Falls dropping to around 37 degrees, so we will stay warmer out there overall, but that high wind watch, definitely going to want to watch out for that. 20 to 45 mile per hour sustained winds with gusts up to 60 miles per hour. 7-day forecast not looking so bad towards the end of the week, or really towards the middle, with some foggy conditions, but that's what we're really keeping an eye on there. Sunday, rain and chances of some thunderstorms that'll linger until Monday. Similar story throughout the area. Klamath Falls seeing that as well, some windy conditions, and then rest of the week we'll see things start to clear up a little bit. Similar story for the Mount Shasta City area with some chances of rain throughout the rest of the week out on the coast. That's a quick look at the weather. We'll be right back after the break.